contact.
Mate, are you
on an out lap? Thomas, who is on a lap. Trying to see. I think that's ZLM actually going to be next on a flying lap. He's up by 3/10 so far in the middle sector. Where is this going to put the Racing Bulls? He goes wide, he invalidates. Oh, that is terrible. He's going to go up for another one, though. He looks like he's got enough battery as he always does, and he spins and crashes into the wall there. Looks like a bit of a rage moment there for him. Cohen starting a lap. I'm trying to get back on board. Who was I with? I think that might have been Thomas, I believe. 100% could be wrong. Trying to see who's next across the line. Obviously, got a couple drivers starting laps with the 50 seconds left to go in this session. Here comes Thomas. Worse is going to put the Haas driver. He goes P4. So 128.6. Not a bad lap. Not a bad lap. What about Rennie? Next across the line. He's used up all his battery so far at the moment. Has used up all the deployment. And where is this going to put the Aston to 128.6? Not sure if that was enough. Noel has joined the session. Thankfully, we'll maybe have some stats up. As Bolt, I believe, was next. Looks like he's starting a lap. We have the Red Bull of Panda, who is starting a lap. Trying to get back with everybody I can. As down by 3/10. What about that other McLaren? I would think that is Josh. He's starting an out lap as well. So, I believe Cohen is going to be the first one across the line. Qualifying is up. That is it for qualifying. These laps are going to have to count for these drivers. As here we go, the chain of events of where and who is going to get pole position here. Okay, what about Cohen? Can he make an effort for Alpine here? He's going to come across the line. Where is going to put the Alpine drivers? He goes pole position with a 128.1. Very solid lap for Cohen. Aim next across the line for Ferrari. Where is going to put the Ferrari driver? He goes up into P6. We have Knight in the Mercedes, and he's going to go into P10. What about Spud in behind him? Spud goes 12th. Panda into the pits. Rennie, who was on a lap, has actually invalidated. I think Joshi or Bolt is next. I believe this is going to be Bolt next across the line. So far, Cohen has pole position with a 128.1. Very solid lap for Cohen. As Joshi's retired. Joshi's out. Joshi's not going to get pole position here so far. Can Bolt spoil the party for Alpine? He's going to come across the line now as he goes into P5. Not enough for pole position. Who is next? I believe that is the Red Bull of Panda. He says, and we have the Williams, who looks like that's called that lap off. So there you go. Cohen secures pole position with a 128.1. Very solid lap for Alpine's reserve. Here in race 5 here in Bahrain under the lights. 29 laps. This is going to be very fun as people go for the 5 lights, and we are underway. And we have a drive-through penalty already for ZLM, who looks like he jumped the start. Rennie so far up into P2 at the moment so far. Great start for Cohen. Joshi with not the best of starts so far. We go down to turn 1 as we go. Cohen takes the lead ahead. We got some carnage behind the mid-pack. One of the Ferraris. There goes the Alpine of Spud as Rennie looks like he hit the bollard. There goes Aim sliding around there in the Ferrari back there as well. Vinks trying to make a pass on Jardy so far on the opening lap. Nightcats as well goes down the inside. Has 2 front wheels, locks up. Here goes Vinks, goes 3 wide in the middle between the 2. So far at the moment, got some contact there back there between. I think that might have been one of the Haas's. And also that is the Haas of Thomas, who made slight contact with Rennie there so far in the Aston at the moment. As so far we have some weird ghosting going on between them and little plays. But Cohen so far back out there at the front so far. Joshi sitting P2. Bolt sliding into P3 at the moment. Rennie 4th, Thomas in 5th. So both the McLarens 2nd and 3rd, as the Alpine of Cohen taking the lead so far at the moment. And the other Alpine of Spud down there in 11th, caught up behind Panda. Here comes Thomas, goes down the inside on Rennie there for position. We also get some carnage back there. Looks like the Spud and Aim that were going at it for 12th and 13th. So far, Cohen having this lead so far. Here comes Josh. He's sort of 2/10 back. He's going to have a great opportunity down the straight. Now the question is, what is Cohen going to do here in the Alpine? How will he defend this, if he is going to defend this? That is the question. He's got a lot more battery compared to what Joshi has. You can see how much battery that he has gotten. There's the it's one of the Astons, I believe, of Rennie trying to break that toe. ZLM into the pits so far to get rid of that drive-through penalty. Weibin sticking his nose out there, but he cannot make that pass. at the moment. Rennie and Little Plays around the outside. That was actually Knight that's having a moment. There goes side by side between the two as Rennie with the front wing end plate damage. Here comes Vinks, possibly going to have an opportunity to maybe slide into P6, and yes, we do. We get a position as the Williams moves ahead of the Aston Martin of Rennie. Knight sent back there behind there as well. 1.2 seconds. 1, 2, and 3. Thomas so far out of the DRS range. He's got to get that second back to get back into that DRS range at the moment. Rassam and Aim going at it for 12th and 11th at the moment so far, as Jody and ZLM all having to pit so far in the opening laps. Obviously, ZLM jumps the start. Very crucial mistake for the only Racing Bulls here tonight. So here we go. Another opportunity for Joshy here in the McLaren. Now the question is, does Cohen break this toe? That is the next question. He's going to try to break that toe. Just trying to make sure that Joshy does not get anywhere near that. You can see Joshy has so much battery that he's burnt already. He's going to go down the inside there on Cohen. You can see Cohen has a lot more battery than what Joshy has at the moment. So now Joshy's going to have to play in a conservative mode as of right now. But here comes Cohen. He's going to get that lead right back. So Cohen sticking ahead of these three. So far, you can see Bolt also just sitting back here in third, just kind of waiting for anything to happen. But Thomas 1.4 back. Little Plays, he cannot really make that pass whatsoever. Vinks holding off from Knight 2 seconds back. So now these two are going to have possibly a little scruffle. There goes Spud with a spin. Oh no, the Alpine has spun all on his own. Unless he had a little love tap from behind. He's going to get back on the track there pretty quickly. He's now lost all that hard work he did at the opening. Is all gone. Triple warnings is still a bug in this game. I'm not 100% sure. As here we go for a pass here. Does Cohen make the pass as Joshy playing a little bit of defense here? Here comes Thomas though down the inside as he goes for two. Oh no, he's gone for a spin. He hits the back of the Alpine there of Cohen. He's trying to go down the inside, very aggressive there, as he's going to have to fight all that back there. Thankfully, Cohen did not lose out, and that actually is going to put Cohen possibly back into the lead in the Alpine. Those two side by side between the two of them. Very great wheel-to-wheel racing between these two as we go down into the S's part of the section. Cohen still giving up a fight of his own. He's going to take the lead back as he defends from Joshy. Here comes Little Plays down the inside between the two. Plays goes for it, and he's going to make the pass. So what an effort from Little Plays as he sneaks right back up into P2. And all that, Thomas loses out the most because he had obviously the little moment. Here comes Joshy back down the inside of Little Plays now. These two got DRS, but you can see that Little Plays is going to have the slipstream, but Joshy, I think he's burning all the battery. Yeah, I believe Joshy's burnt more battery than what Little Plays did, so he's trying to hold off that position. He very much did. Bolt loses out the fourth at the moment. This top five has absolutely been electric so far to watch in this race early on, as Thomas is going to have a great opportunity here on Vinks for P1, or P2, I apologize. Haven't commentated in a while, clearly. So he's going to go down the inside there. He's got the DRS detection line. He's going to make the pass. A very rare overtaking opportunity, but he makes it work. Thomas, as Vinks comes into the pits, she's going to get off those mediums and possibly get on a set of hard tires. That is, I'm assuming, going to be the next call for that Williams driver, as Joshy and Cohen 4th and 5th. But there's Aim. Looks like he's trying to break that toe on Rassam, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. But Cohen kind of all over the back there. He's going to make the pass. As there goes Cohen as he's going to go at it. As these two are still side by side. They're still going at it for 4th and 5th place at the moment. These two are battling for the lead quite a bit. You can see that Joshy playing defense on Cohen. And this is great racing between these two. Rennie left the session again. These two make contact as Cohen. Oh no, I'm not sure if he just completely misjudged his braking zone or what, but those two lost out quite a bit, and they're going to easily lose that second to Bolt. So this situation just helped Bolt quite a bit. Bolt got some breathing room, but also this is helping out Thomas quite a bit. Obviously, those two racing, but Bolt's pace at the moment is not too great at the moment, as Rennie also with another disconnection on his side. Half a second worth of downforce, maybe like a full second, a long lap here of downforce on that McLaren. As you can see, Rassam jumps ahead of these two. Bolt kind of gets out of the way for his teammate Joshy. So could be some little bit of defense here. Looks like between these two, but Cohen gonna have to try to make a pass here on Bolt. Bolt's gonna play defensive mode. He's sort of playing defense. There goes down the inside as Cohen. Oh no, the Alpine. Oh, out of desperation, Cohen tried to go for it and he made a slight mistake. And oh no, that is terrible. Oh boy, that is not what the Alpines need at the moment, as both the McLarens. Oh man. He's got battery. He's going to try to maybe break that toe as he burns it now. And he goes defensive mode. He goes on the inside. Yes, he does. He's going to defend the inside line. He's going to make Joshy go around the outside here. In the McLaren, he has a slight mistake. He kind of goes a little bit deep now. Are these two going at it? Still so far, anything could happen here. Now the question is, does he defend? He's going to defend the inside line. Josh is going to have to try to go around the outside here if he can, as that is not what I want to do. Those two, there's slight contact between the two of them, but Joshy moves right back up. I accidentally misclicked there. I apologize. We missed the heat to battle, but Cohen is going to slide back into third place as actually Bolt pits. So Bolt, possibly too much on that front wing, or just could be some damage on that McLaren, but yeah, Bolt's in. So now this is still for a podium. So Cohen a little plays for the podium. Anything can happen, but Vinks so far looking good for a top 5 for the Williams squad. Here comes little plays, final lap now. This is his last opportunity for the podium. So he's going to have to try to go for it. He's going to go on the inside here on the Alpine. Oh, there's more contact between the two of them there, but little play is going to slot back into third. Cohen with a 3-second. Looks like he possibly cut the curb. That's going to possibly sneak Vinks into 4th place if he does not play this right. So Cohen is going to lose out again, and that's going to easily lose him the podium unless that was a triple warning. I'm not 100% sure down at Alpine, but what has happened? Oh man, that is, yeah, final corner. Congrats to Joshy. He's going to get another win on the season for McLaren. Joshy wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. What a drive for him as he just completely hits the wall at the end there. As Thomas is going to slide into P2. Little plays 3rd, Cohen 4th, and round of applause to Vinks, going to secure up top 5. Knight's going to slot into 6th place. Good result for Knight. Rassam's going to come on P7, not the day that he wanted. Still points on the board for Red Bull. Bolt, without a warning, he's going to actually jump ahead of Rassam. Could jump ahead of a lot of guys, and yes, he does. Aim is going to slot into 9th place for the Ferrari. And ZLM holds on to that Racing Bulls car with a front wing that is non-existent. It's going to secure possibly P10, maybe P11 on the racetrack. I guess he does. And Spud, final lap, final corner. He is going to secure the final point. Spud gets the final point for the Alpine squad.